Okay, so my first period is algebra, and each of our classes are about an hour long, and we have 6 of them each day. And so my first period is algebra, and then from there I have history, from there physical education, from there orchestra, then English and science last period. And between orchestra and English we have lunch, so we have 4 periods in the morning and 2 after lunch. Um, so you have to take 4 core classes: math, English, social studies, and science. And then you get 2 electives: mine are PE and orchestra. So depending on your schedule, your day varies. But everyone has 6 periods, and we all have pre-assigned lunch hour.
So the question is, what time does school get out on Fridays? And so I know that at Marshall, you guys on Fridays get out earlier, you have half days. Well, you don't have that at middle school. You just get out at the same time, which at men's it's 2:20. And so that's the same time every day of the week, unless you're a 6th grader and you have parent-teacher conferences, then you get out, it's just like Marshall, you get out a little bit earlier. So
the question is, what do the teachers do when you don't do your work? You get ETL, which is elect to learn, and you stay after school till 4, and you have to do AIMS prep if you don't have any homework or you finish it.
My question is how do you get to school on the bus if you live out of district and of that school, but you are in the Mighty program? Well, you don't go on the bus if you live out of district. You have to get like this form that says you can go to the school if you're out of district, and your parents take you. And then it doesn't matter if you're in the Mighty program or not. It's just like a normal class. It's just more than an advanced class. And Mighty stands for Middle School Institute of Technology and Engineering. And it's just like advanced classes where you learn like a grade up level, or you just do a lot of fun stuff, and it kind of just challenges you like things.
All right, my question is, when can you use your cell phone in school? Well, you can basically as long as you're not in the classroom, you can. If you're in between classes, you can. If at lunch, you can, and in the mornings and after school. So that's pretty.
all right, so this question is, do you guys have to change in a locker room in PE in front of all your classmates? And do you have to take showers? You have a choice. I mean, there are bathroom stalls where you can go into and change, but mostly everyone just changes in front of their classmates. I mean, it's embarrassing at first, but you get used to it, and it's really quick. It's not like you guys are like, hey, how's it going? No, you have like a time limit. You have to get in, get dressed, and you have to get out there. And there are showers, but no one's really taken a shower. I mean, this one girl went and got her hair wet, but I have no idea why she did that. Yeah, and I don't know if they have towels, so that would be kind of hard too. So you're not forced to take a shower. You're not like thrown in there. But yeah, so in all, yes, you have the choice to change in a bathroom stall, or you can just change in front of your classmates, and no, you don't have to take a shower.
My question is, can you play basketball if you have an A- in all your classes? And yes, you can. You just have to retain, I believe it is a 3.0 grade point average to participate in after-school activities. However, if you slip below that, you then cannot.
All right, my question is, what clothes do you wear to school? So we have a dress code, and you can wear, at Sonala, you can wear blue, white, gray, green, red, and we earned black from the Can Food Drive, so we're black. And as far as pants, you can wear blue jeans and khakis and black jeans or black pants. And you can't have like a logo or a pattern on your jacket. It has to be or shirt or whatever. It has to be a solid color. And yeah, I think that's it.
These two questions are sort of the same. first question is, what kind of food is there? And the second question is, how does the cafeteria food compare with the cafeteria food at middle school? And so, I personally take a lunch to school. It's just, I don't know, I like home food better than school food. So, but from what I hear, from what my friends eat, because some of them do eat school food, I don't know, it smells good and it looks good. And the cafeteria food here, I do remember food being here a little bit not so good or great. But the food at middle school, it seems a lot better, and you have a lot more choices. They have like different categories, like you can choose from Mexican food to like Italian food, and then there's like food that you can get like at a baseball game, and there's like Chinese food, and it just looks all good. So
That's great.
My question is, what are the after-school programs like? The after-school programs at middle school are pretty cool. I've done one of the 4 sports, I think, or the 3 sports. I did cross country, and it's after school with Coach Rody and Coach Baludis. And what we did is we would go, there's a trail around Sonawa, and you would run that, or we would go to Fox Glen and do like a 5-mile run or a 7-mile run. We go from Sonawa all the way to Little America and back. And they also have wrestling, which my friend did, and he said it was pretty fun. Yeah, you just wrestle, I guess. I didn't do it. And right now what's going on is basketball, and the first practice was yesterday, so I'm guessing they just play basketball. They also have other classes like the Oceanography Club, and that is, you study like sea creatures, I guess. And then they also have Lego robotics for 7th and 8th graders. I'm pretty sure you can get it if you're a 6th grader. And like my friend went all the way to Cocoa for a contest. And they also have chess club for 6th graders too in Miss Tabor's room. So that's most of the after school.
All right, so mine is about how much homework do you take home each night? And really it varies. It depends on the circumstances in the class. Like most of the time I don't have that much homework. And like the only class that I really have homework in every night is algebra, and I can usually get that done in class. But like this week I've had a little bit more because like I have a test coming up. But other than that, you usually don't have that.
My question is what are those ID cards for? The ID cards are, for one, for when you're getting lunch. If you forget your lunch number, you can just look at your ID card and type it in, or in the library. It's just like a credit card. It's like they scan it, and it's also for kind of like almost like security, but not really. Like so, when the 7th and 8th grader in the 6th grade hall when they shouldn't be in the 6th grade hall, like when there's an 8th grade or 7th grade class going on, if there's a teacher outside, they can know that you're a 7th or 8th grader, and I guess call the office and tell them that you're not in your class and that you're absent. And my second question is, do you have a big school? Sonawa is pretty big because it was a high school, and it does have stairs, which are, I think, is pretty cool, but you can't really get lost in it when you're not in 6th grade, when you're in 6th grade, because you stay in one wing pretty much, and you're always with at least one classmate.
How often do we use our agendas in class? It depends on what kind of person you are. Like, if you want to write everything in your agenda, then to keep track, then you can. You do get checked for your agenda in classes to see if you have it, and if you don't, you get ETL. Like she said, you have to stay till 4 if you don't have it. Most of my teachers, they just check for it. You don't necessarily have to write in it. You just have to have it with you. So, and another question is, what are some of the consequences if you're late for class? ETL if you don't have an excuse. So, yeah.
Okay, my question is, what would happen if you forgot your homework? Well, if you have a really, really, really nice teacher, maybe they'll let you off the hook if you always have your stuff. But it depends. But for, no, if you forget your homework, you're gonna get ETL, which is staying after school till 4 in a really, really hot room with a bunch of other kids. It's not fun. And so,
How much time do we have to get to one class to another in between periods? You have a lovely 3 to 4 minutes, and that should be enough time, because you shouldn't be hanging in the hallways. Hey, you have to just get there. It can't be socializing, lunches for socialization, and then I guess this is similar to what happens when you're late for a class. You get ETL because you obviously weren't prepared for that class, and they really want to it seems unfair now, but they're setting you for the future, because what if you're late for a job, you're going to get fired.
Alright, so my question is there any time before or after school to talk to the teachers about a subject you don't quite understand and you didn't have time in class? Yes, there is. Before school, if you have time, you can go in and maybe talk to your teacher if they're not, too busy trying to get lesson plans together and such. And after school, you can go talk to your teachers and get extra help. And then usually during class, like if you have work time for something, like in my algebra class, almost every day we have time to work on our homework, you can go and ask your teachers questions about various subjects that you might not have quite understood. So yes, you'll have ample time to ask questions and thoroughly understand the subject.
Question is, are there field trips? Why, of course there are field trips.